Alright, so this is a pretty unique episode today. This is my wife, Megin. Haughty, I know. Don't worry, I robbed the cradle. There's about a 8-year difference.
8.5 years.
Don't worry about that. Love is blind. But it's good, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to get a little bit of meat about what she thinks about entrepreneurship. And Bianca's going to ask the questions because I can't get in trouble.
So I find how she got into this whole entrepreneurship thing very interesting because it shows that a lot of people can do it, or just date someone that does the job that you want to do, right? So how about you tell us, how did you even get, first off, what do you want to be and what are you doing right now?
I'm going to school right now for communications.
Okay.
And my emphasis is video production. I really want to make cool short films. I want to bring people to tears, whether it's a wedding video or just something that sends a message to people. And I really got into that from him and photography from dating him and weddings and stuff. But originally I wanted to be a broadcast anchor in my communications major. But it's just so funny how things change. And this, the whole entrepreneurship thing, I grew up working 9-to-5 jobs, you know, working for an hourly wage always, every single summer, always having to provide for myself for things, and it's just, okay, whoa, cut. I'm talking way too much. I'm getting out of breath from talking too much.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You can look at the camera too.
Yeah, I should probably.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Well, I grew up working 9-to-5 jobs. I worked all summer, every summer, between school and college because I had to pay for my own school, pay for my own way to get here. And I always, you know, calculated how many hours I would have to work and how much money I would make from doing that. And that was my mentality since I was like 14 or 15 years old.
So you like a schedule?
I love a schedule.
Okay.
That's the thing. I love being busy. I love having a to-do list of like, I need to be here at this time, I need to be here at this time, and that's just kind of how I have functioned pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
So when we got married and I started becoming part of his business and we did it together, it's like we just do our own thing, and I'm like, it was just like, whoa, what are we doing?
Does it stress you out?
Well, it stresses me out. I'm getting used to it, but at first it was like, what is my schedule? What do I do now? What do I do now? Because with school and classes and work and everything, I just have a schedule. Yeah. And that's just how I have rolled. Yeah. But now it's like, we make our own schedule. I don't have to wake up at a certain time. I don't have to be anywhere at a certain time. And at first I was like, oh, this is sweet. I can sleep in. I can do whatever I want. That is so cool. But now I'm just like, I don't know, cut.
Wait, what did you say 2 weeks ago? You said something, you're a little toughy.
Well, I think...
What was the toughie again? Oh, when I wanted a job.
Oh, did you come into him and tell him you wanted one?
I'm bored. I want a job.
Oh. Yeah, tell that story.
So just tell the whole story, how that went down.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay.
Alright, we got a story for you. We had to cut there real quick.
What? Don't say that. Anyways, so a couple weeks ago, I was just kind of having a mini meltdown because it's not our super busy season right now, and we're just kind of transitioning between different seasons, and we didn't have a whole stack of things to do like we had all summer. So I was just finding myself without things to do, and I was like, I'm bored, and I don't want to sit at home all day. And just, I don't know, I just was having a hard time with it. So I went to Tyler and I said, I want to go get a job, whether it's just like for the holiday season or what. I want a schedule, I want something to do. And he's like, well, if you want something to do or if you want a job, go get it. If you want to work for $8 an hour, go do it. And I was like, I thought about it for a couple days. And I was like, do I want to do that? And he's like, if you want to stay busy, we could go get a bunch of family portrait sessions and that will keep you busy. And that's what we did, is we went and got a bunch of portrait sessions, and lo and behold, we were busy again. And I still had the luxury of being able to work with my husband in my home in hours that I choose. Breath.
No, that's good. No, that's good. That's good. Are we still rolling then? Or not? Okay.
What? Okay.
Okay, so would you say why did you choose to not go for that 8 to 5 since you like structure? And that's not bad because there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are actually half corporate, half entrepreneur where they do like structure and schedules.
Right.
And I mean, I have a little corporate in me too where I'm kind of like you where I don't want to sleep in. I don't want to be able to sleep in because I want to be busy that I have to wake up.
Yeah.
And so, which is kind of what sounds like what you need in your life as well.
Yeah.
So with those family portrait sessions, you said that you got really busy, but would you ever think about going into another job still, or like what's your plan?
Well, the thing that I found is that working for a retail or something that $8 an hour like I would have gone and done, it's so much more beneficial for me and for our business to just keep growing that instead of going and growing somewhere else that's kind of a dead end.
Yeah.
You know?
Where it doesn't benefit you at all.
Right, it doesn't benefit me at all, and we can make more money doing this, and it's something that we love doing.
Yeah.
So I would rather go out and do something that I love than go out and, you know, be at a dead end just for a couple bucks an hour, even though it is scheduled.
Yeah.
And so that's been a huge adjustment for me, like being married to someone like that it's not always about a schedule.
Yeah.
It's about having things to do and making things to do for yourself to be able to help your business grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Tyler, did you kind of have it up your sleeve to push her in this direction, or was it all her?
It's going kind of funny, like, if you step back a little bit, the first wedding I threw her in blind.
Yeah.
Like, she knew a little bit about, like, taking photos and stuff, and she just crushed it.
What? I'm so glad we didn't tell those people, like, oh, this is my first wedding, you know?
You know, but, like, I was like, just fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
Like, I got your back. Like, if you got questions, do this, whatever. And, like, it was a lot of work for me, but I was, like, helping her.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't tell her stuff. I'd just kind of push her and, like, let her figure it out.
Well, that's a whole nother thing, though, because if I had a question about Photoshop or how something works on a camera, he wouldn't tell me the answer if I asked him. I'd be like, hey, how do you do this? He's like, nope, go figure it out yourself. I'm like, you're right there. Why don't you just tell me?
That pivotal teaching moment.
Well, so even still, I have to go straight to Google if I have a question because he's like, nope, go figure it out yourself.
Yep. Well, you'll benefit.
At first, I was like, really? Like,
yeah.
You could just tell me the answer so easily. But I learn a lot more, and there's a certain like function in Photoshop that he knows a completely different way to do it than I do. We do it different ways because I learned myself and he learned himself.
Yeah.
So that's like just a learning curve for the both of us, and for me especially.
Yeah.
Then I think like the next thing is I just get up. Like, I just get out of bed and I just start going. Mm-hmm. And I just have, like, trained myself to get up, do my routine like I've talked about before.
Yeah.
Where for Megin, it was like, I've never had this before.
Yeah.
I've always had to be at work at 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. So I just got up and I, like, hit the snooze button until I got up.
Yeah.
And so there for a while, it was, like, kind of frustrating for me. Because I was like, get out of bed, like, let's go. But you also know that, like, they have to figure it out.
Yeah,
themselves. And they gotta, like, have passion about it, and they gotta figure it out. And then the moment that clicked, we, like, killed it for a while, and like she said, we slowed down.
Yeah.
And I was kind of waiting for it.
Yeah.
Because part of entrepreneurship is you gotta go create opportunities.
Yep.
And so when she said I'm bored, I was like, oh, okay, let's do this. And we launched a little marketing campaign, you know, put a little money into advertising. The next thing you know, we're just like swamped again. And I'm like, you see how there's a little bit of that curve or that like roller coaster in there.
Yeah, like I would rather learn how to go shoot a whole portrait session by myself without his help than go like sell clothes for $8 an hour. You know what I mean?
Well, and time is precious. Like, even people always say tomorrow, or like college students have this mentality. Well, I'm in school for 4 years, so I don't need to work on my future because I'm here and then I'll work the rest of my life. But in my mind, it was never like that. It was like, why don't I go and get an internship or go do something that's going to actually benefit my future so that I'm ahead of the pack, ahead of the game. So what you're doing, so like, you know, even though you may not be selling clothes at Victoria's Secret,
Right.
like you're building their brand, why go build your own, which is exactly what you guys are doing.
Exactly.
So
And like the same thing goes when I do go back to school in January, I'm going to be that much further ahead of everyone else in my classes because I've had the experience with him and our business and growing on my own instead of having to go to school for all of it.
yeah,
You know?
and I can testify that experience definitely out trumps the classroom.
Yeah.
Like hands down, sorry teachers, sorry academic people, but experience will beat the classroom every day, forever, and eternity. So what you're doing is exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
So
It's been a crazy ride, but it's definitely fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's important to note as we wrap this up, that it's good to be in a marriage where she's really structured and I'm really off the fly, because when you come together you find that happy medium and you're able to find a lot more success. So don't just judge people when they're completely opposite of you. Learn how to work with them, mold with them, because they will bring out the best in you. That's definitely what she's done. Boom!
Fun.
That's so sweet.
That was good. That was good.